What is a shift? How do we do this? How does it change your life or just help you lose weight? In this video, we'll break down what a shift is and demonstrate to you an example of its power. If you watch this entire 5-minute video, you will have enough understanding to make your first shift. The key to making the shift is that the shift should require only the tiniest amount of discipline, should take nearly no time or energy, be small enough that you're willing to do it even on a bad day. And yet, this tiny thing starts you moving a bit closer to where you want to be, puts wins in your win bank, and adds momentum to your wheel. Don't underestimate how powerful a little shift can be. For about 5 years, every new year, I promised myself I'd lose weight. I'd have some mixed success, but by December, I always gained it back. I switched up my approach, away from big resolutions and all at once life changes, to a gradual, mentally and emotionally easy, sane approach that focused on long-term results. So what exactly is a shift and how does it change your life? When a coal miner spends a day digging underground, he is putting in his shift. He won't get paid for his work for another week, but when he does get paid, he gets paid all at once. Putting in your shift works almost the same way. A shift is the smallest possible unit of work that builds momentum towards the person you want to be. Let's say your goal is to become the version of yourself that consistently runs on the treadmill before work. You wanted this bad enough that you bought a treadmill. You know you enjoy running, but you can't seem to be consistent about it. You know it should just be a habit, but you can't quite get yourself there. I was in this position not long ago. You see, I had been running every weekday for 9 months, but then I caught a series of infections and I stopped for a few weeks. After that, I just couldn't make myself get back on the treadmill. I would tell myself that I'll just have a coffee first. Maybe, read something on the computer. Then I'll just tell myself I'll go for a walk tonight instead. But I wasn't doing that. I'd lost at this point 100 pounds and the weight was creeping back. I'd gone from someone who couldn't walk up 2 flights of stairs without stopping into someone who ran 10Ks, and I was in danger of giving up all that progress. But I had momentum stored and wins in my win bank. They just wouldn't let me give up the idea of getting back to running. That's when I employed a shift. I made a zero stress, zero guilt agreement with myself about action I could take, even on my lowest days. I would start to put out my running clothes every night. If I did that, I could call it a win. It was a step in the right direction, a turn of the flywheel, and so that is what I did every night. But I still found that even with my clothes already out, morning would come and I still wasn't feeling it and I wasn't running. Yet, I continued to put my clothes out. My wife would look at me and smile knowingly. I would say to her, "I know," and smile back and put my clothes out. But after a while, it became a true routine to put out my running clothes. So I just kept doing it. And although I felt silly, I had just created a little momentum on my road to my goal. One more positive behavior was locked in, another win in my win bank, and momentum added to the wheel. I then decided a second shift was needed. Just another small, effortless step closer to my goal. I made another agreement with myself that every morning I would at least put on my running clothes before I could have my coffee. And the coffee would be my reward. It would be pretty effortless since they were already laid out. This made it an ideal shift. So the next day, dressed in my running gear, I grabbed my coffee. I'd put in my shifts. Now I could relax. I sat and drank my coffee, and then without even thinking about it, I went over to the treadmill. I don't even remember deciding to get on, but it happened. It's as if just having the clothes on started putting me in gear. Like I had done 90% of the work already, and now I was ready to go. All that was left for me to do was to push start. And without planning it, without working up the willpower to just do it, I was off. Running. I've been running every single day since. With 2 simple, easy, effortless shifts, I'd turn my entire future around. What shifts can you make? What could happen for you if only you took a goal of yours off the shelf and decided to commit to accomplishing just the smallest bit of it every single day? Where might you be in a month? I put nearly 250 miles on my treadmill since I put in my second shift. How far will your shifts take you? As you can see, shifting is an effortless, easy way to start building the habits you want to adopt. But we can level this process up so much. In the next 5-minute video, I will share with you the power of building natural feedback loops. It's on the screen now. Click to watch.